It's checkerboard time.
Hello there, friends, how are you all? It's checkerboard time again. Purina's on the air. So come on, good friends everywhere, and listen in as we begin a feast of fun and song. To see the difference Purina makes and feed it right along.
That's right, good friends and neighbors. It's checkerboard time once again. This is your old feed-talking pal, Chick Martin, welcoming you to another transcribed session of your favorite songs and music, brought to you with the best wishes of your own friendly Purina dealer. Look for his store with a familiar red and white checkerboard sign when you want advice or information about cows, hogs, or poultry. And remember, now is the time to see the difference Purina makes. And now comes music. And here are just the ones to provide it for us. That melodic combination of the checkerboard four and our checkerboard band. Keep on smiling.
Keep on smiling, sweetheart, smiling, don't be grieving. There's a time for me and you. To the church we'll go together, and the weather will be smiling on us too. Though the day seems long and dreary, just be cheery, for I always want you near. Promise you will be my ray of sunshine. Keep on smiling, dear. Though the day seems long and dreary, just be cheery, for I always want you near. Promise you will be my ray of sunshine. Keep on smiling, dear.
Boys, you really scored with that one. I can just hear the cheering now. Well, as long as we're in the mood, let's call on the checkerboard band. Pick out a good one, gang. What's it going to be?
How about old Susanna, Chick?
Well, that ought to do the trick. If anything does, let her go. Nice going, gang. You really put that across. As snappy a piece of music as I've heard. And that reminds me. I wish you could be with me when I go out on some of those little trips I make around the country. I wish you could hear what other folks have to say about our Purina embryo-fed chicks. Yes, sir, they're really scoring with them. And it's easy to understand, too. Purina embryo-fed chicks raised on the Purina plan are just about the best that money can buy. They're chicks that have heavy laying ability bred right into them, that by proper care and feeding are capable of being built into strong, sturdy birds ready for an early market or heavy egg production. Now, one of the biggest reasons is that these aren't just day-old chicks when you get them. They're really 22 days old. For 21 days, they've been growing and developing inside the shell, feeding on the proper food elements which the hen has put into the shell from the feed which she in turn has been getting. Now, that's why these embryo-fed chicks have been given a real start toward being strong, sturdy youngsters even before they leave the shell. And that's why we've been saying that now is the time to see the difference Purina makes. Your own friendly Purina dealer can tell you where to get these famous embryo-fed chicks. So be sure and ask him next time you're in his store. Or look for the hatchery or store that displays the sign, Chicks from Purina-Fed Flocks. And remember this, neighbors. You're going to buy chicks anyway. Now, this year, get Purina embryo-fed chicks. Now, here's a pretty quartet ballad that the Checkerboard Four have for us now. Wonder how many of you will recognize it. It's a lonely trail.
It's a lonely trail when you're traveling all alone. All like a ship without a port to call your own. It's a lonely trail when you haven't got a friend, and the road before you never seems to end. But I wouldn't mind life's trouble if I could only travel double. It's a lonely trail when you're traveling all alone. All alone.
Yes, you're certainly right about that, Checkerboard 4. It can be a mighty lonely trail sometimes. But in spite of its rather melancholy-sounding title, it's still a beautiful song. And I know the folks all enjoyed it as much as I did. And say, here's something else we always enjoy. That's right, another of those double-barrel yodel specialties from our two good friends, the Cackle Sisters. So come on over here, girls. Your turn now. Step right up and tell all the folks what it's going to be. Did you get that, folks? I'm not sure that I did either, but as near as I could figure it out, it sounded like something like, riding the glory on a trumpet. Well, that sounds like quite a feat. So let's have it, girls, and see what it is.
Riding to glory on a trumpet, washing my sins away. Gabriel started playing trumpet to help him find the way. And when I play my way to heaven, my horn will not be old. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I will play my way to heaven upon a horn of gold. Cause I'm riding to glory on a trumpet upon a horn of gold.
There you are, folks. That was the Cackle Sisters riding to glory on a trumpet, and that was nice riding, girls. A swell tune and swell singing. Well, so after that, I think we sort of ought to settle down for a little while, don't you? Because right now, it's hymn singing time again. The one that the Checkerboard 4 and I have picked out for today isn't exactly a hymn. It's a song about him. I know you'll all remember it, so sing along with us, won't you? It's Singing an Old Hymn.
As you travel life's rugged road, and you're burdened with a load, you'll find consolation, friend, singing an old hymn. For there's something that's beautiful, there's something that's cleansing, there's something inspiring in singing an old hymn. For there's something that's beautiful, there's something that's cleansing, there's something inspiring in singing an old hymn.
Singing an old hymn. There's a lot of consolation in those hymns, isn't there, neighbors? You know, I remember sometimes when things weren't going so good back home, Mother would go in the front parlor and start playing that old reed organ of ours, and pretty soon one member of the family would come in, and then another, until all of us were there gathered around Mother. She played, singing some of those grand old hymns. Try it yourself sometime. You'll find there's nothing quite like it to lift the burden of worry and doubt and black clouds. Just try singing an old hymn. You know, last fall, I'll bet a lot of you who don't have breeder flocks were wondering why we spent so much time urging the folks to feed one of Purina's two special breeder rations, Purina Breeder Lay Chow or Purina Layina. Now, we urged the folks to use those breeder rations because it is only from flocks fed on these rations that Purina embryo-fed chicks can be produced. Because we know that chicks from Purina-fed flocks are fed to give them a real chance to live and grow and develop into strong, husky youngsters. They've received an ample supply of the necessary ingredients during that important 21-day period while they were still in the shell. They've been given plenty of Puriflave, vitamin G concentrate, and other important growth ingredients to get them off to a good start at hatching time. So, neighbors, take this friendly tip from old Chick Martin, won't you? You're going to get chicks anyway. Now, this year, get Purina embryo-fed chicks and see the difference Purina makes. Your own friendly Purina dealer can tell you where to get them. Well, sir, pretty near quitting time again, so I reckon we'd better start gathering up a dud. What are they? Well, a high silk hat and a gold top walking cane.
While Mammy's going to be a lady fine and grand, the railroad's gonna lay her tracks right on our pasture land. They'll pay Pappy $20,000, he ain't coming down. We're gonna sell that mountain shack and then we'll move to town. I'll get myself a high silk hat and a gold top walking cane, with silken hose and store-bought clothes for Pappy, Ma, and Jane. And you can bet I'll never fret, I'll never toil again, like aristocrat in a high silk hat and a gold top walking cane. I'll travel down to Paris town on the early morning train, and when I come a-roaming back, I'll never be the same. And if I'm sad and drown my cares in sherry and champagne, like aristocrat in a high silk hat and a gold top walking cane. Now when I'm old and poor again, I'll settle in these hills, or I'll buy back that mountain shack and pay up all my bills. And early every Sunday morning I'll feel so rich again, 'cause all you need is a high silk hat and a gold top walking cane.
Now that we've got our duds together, I guess that means the end of another transcribed program of your favorite songs and music until checkerboard time rolls around again. And until then, this is Chick Martin saying, so long, good friends and neighbors, and remember that now is the time to see the difference Purina makes. And here's that local announcer of yours with more important information.